Ain't free till they free all the guys. I done said it a lot, and it ain't the last time. I want her to be my ball, I don't care if she tall like a tree, that get climb. Got a couple comments, hashtag blessed, now these cause I'm fly like a jet. They gon' be surprised when they see I made this beat, baby Tifu and Kanye West.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Jim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Big Dog. He's out there with the great one. Davis is out there with G. The captain out there with the captain. Then there's Scott, and it's Sutton in at the shooting guard. Possessions can end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really... teams will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
Here's the great one. Pass to Roach. Here's Big Dog. 6 to shoot. Here's the great one. Defended by Scott. Offensive rebound. And Davis puts it in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Sutton pass to the captain. Here's the captain. And he banks in the layup.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Big Dog. Pass to the great one. Trains the three-pointer.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's the captain. He's guarded by Davis. Now, here's Scott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2, Scott.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Scott hits them both. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Big Dog, the pass to the great one. And stolen by Scott. And here's the fast break. Here's the captain. It's hauled in by Big Dog. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Diving in, and it's G finishing it off.
Eugene.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's the captain, started by Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the inside. It's blocked. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, the captain with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Pass to Roach. Here's the great one, defended by Scott. Here's Big Dog to the left wing. Here's the great one. His last outing, he had 24 points. Misses the three. Here's Scott. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for 2, Scott.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Scott. So at this stage of the season, Tim, some teams I feel are already starting to look ahead to the playoffs. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think you're going to glimpse at what that looks like because your adrenaline is going to take you there. But I think the focus should be on the here and now, continuing to get better on a daily basis.
If you're not looking at what's in front of you, you're going to lose what's perhaps ahead of you.
Boy, that is so true.
Here's Roach. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to the captain. And here is Scott. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Big Red. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now, here's Scott. Here's the captain. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Slams it one-handed.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-handed.
Textbook. .116 left in the first quarter. And a miss there on the triple. He's gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Davis. Here's Big Red. Davis with it. Here's Big Red. This one for 3. Scott pulls it in. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Such taps in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's tipped. Pass to Roach. To the left side wing. Here's Big Dog. Still yet to score. And it's blocked. Pushing it up. Here's Sutton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
We've got Jay. She is out there with Big Red. Then there's Big Dog, and it's the great one in at the point guard. Big Dog, the pass to Big Red. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. Well, you look at the great one, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. There's Big Dog. He has yet to score. Pass to the great one. Pulls it from the elbow. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Rodriguez, no good. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Inside. Here's Perez. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to the captain. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Here's Roach. Shot's good by Big Dog.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
The captain passes to Rodriguez, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Big Red. There's Big Dog. Feeds away. Rebounded by the captain.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Fades and shoots. And that one, good. The captain's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Pass to the great one. There's Big Dog. Big Red passes to the great one. From outside the arc. And Rodriguez pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's the captain, powered down with both hands.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Davis is checked in for Big Red.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
There's Big Dog. Pass to the great one. And they get it. Misses for the 5th time this game, marking it 1 for 6. Here's Sutton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 6.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Big Dog. Here's Roach. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Rodriguez. Out to the wing. Here's the captain. Good. And Rodriguez gets the assist. Rodriguez has got his 4th assist in this one.
This offense just continues to impress.
Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Big Dog. Down low. Intercepted. And here comes the break. And finished off by Scott.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Roach. 46 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Big Dog. Clock at 6. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Over to the wing. Sutton. From outside, off the mark. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
Here's the great one. The second chance effort, and it's blocked by Rodriguez. Scott inside.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Roach. First personal foul.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
At the line for 2, Scott.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. No good on the second free throw. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Up by 16. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, someone had a really moment. Let's hear it for the participant.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Being at the top of your respective conference has got to be a good feeling, right, fellas?
A very good feeling, Ernie. And you always want to be sending a message out there to those teams.
What does the message say, Kenny?
It says, good luck, brother. You'll need it.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the visiting team.
They are out of sync. Too much individual play. They got to work together to create better looks.
Hard to argue with that, given their field goal percentage here. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. We've got the captain. He's out there with the captain, and it's Scott in at the point. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. The captain with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified his effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's the great one, defended by Scott. On the line. Rebounded by the captain.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The captain, no good. Being at 36%, they really seem out of sync offensively. Pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. There's the triple. He can't hit that time.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
The top of the key jumper is on the mark. He has 5.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's G finishing it off.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Here's the captain. Here's the captain. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Out to the right wing. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Number 34.
Big Reds checked in for G.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team. Number 35. Red number 35.
On defense, the visitors. Trailing by 19. They set the pick. Here's Sutton. Off target from outside. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. 5 on the clock. Here's Big Dog. Three-pointer. But great one with the bucket. The great one's got 6.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Scott is screened. Sutton pass to Scott. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years, but nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Perez is checked in for Davis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Big Dog. Here's Perez. Taken away by Rodriguez. And here is Scott. Back to Rodriguez.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Left side, Scott fires for three. Kept alive.
And that's what he's known for. Great activity on the glass. He will outwork you.
Pass to Big Dog. Here's Big Red. Here's Big Dog. 6 on the shot clock. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. There's the steal. Here's the great one. 6 points for him. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Big Dog. And no good that time. On 1 of 4 and 3-point shots here in the third. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Perez. Here's Big Dog. Latre. And it's the great one missing.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Here's Scott. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist. And that's 10 points for Little General.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Big Dog. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. G is out there with the great one. Then there's Jay, and there's Davis.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
And the free throw, no good. Has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Roach. Here's the great one. Lets it go with the three. No good on that one.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's the captain. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Over to the left wing. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain.
Number 43.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Foul. First team foul.
Here's the great one. Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to the captain. That 3 off the mark. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Roach. Now here is Davis.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Roach. They get it again. Davis, the pass to the great one. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now here's Rodriguez. The three. Nailed from three-point land.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
The great one passes to Davis. Here's Roach. Pulls up on the elbow. Good!
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's the captain. And he does not hit. Oh, the dunk!
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Second team foul.
One shot.
And that one misses. Gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Rodriguez goes in. It's stolen by G.
Third team foul. Number 43. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Davis is checked in for Jet. And he sinks the second. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. The three doesn't go. Gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And he jams it in.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And they seem to have found something out there. I like the confidence they're playing with.
The three goes down.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Outside Davis. There's Big Dog. From 15 feet away. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Trying again. Davis. No good. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
29 seconds left in the game. The putback. He parachutes in for the putback. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Now here's Rodriguez. The long shot, no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the captain.
star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Cunningham, and it's Che in at the point. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
With the floater, and the layup is up and in.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
Pass to Duncan. Here's Doc. Three-pointer, no good. And here's Smith. Here's Che. No good with the triple. Here's Duncan. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Six to shoot. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Che. The three. The putback. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. To the inside. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Che. Ooh, the death touch on the lob.
Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
There's a screen. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Shoots from 12. Off the left rim and out. Gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Smith. Here's Che. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Here's Bottoms. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Duncan. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Ooh, stolen by Smith. To the wing on the left. Off target at the rim.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. This break gives us a chance to look back on the last month and see which teams racked up the most points in transition.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Duncan, covered by Smith. Doc passes to Duncan. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Lets it go from deep. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Che. Keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Pass to Duncan. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray. He's got 6.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Here's Bottoms. Here's Che. Here's Bottoms. Buries it from 3.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do matter.
Gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc.
Home team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 45. Brendan. Number 45.
There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. And there's a pick. Pass to Blackman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offline with a 3. Going 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Shot is good by Bottoms.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
A minute 22 left in the opening quarter. To the paint. Here's Blackman. Shot from the mid-range. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go. Here's Doc. His first shot coming late. And the shot falls short that time. Launches it. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Blackman. Here's Duncan, covered by Smith. Takes a 13-footer. He's off on that one. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Up 10.